The first beat sounded like thunder that had lost its way. Tunde did not mean to wake the dead. The whole village had traveled for a wedding in the next town. Only Tunde was left behind because of his cough. His grandfather's hut stood quiet at the edge of the compound, the door slightly open. Inside, hanging on the wall, was the forbidden drum. "Do not touch it," Grandpa had always warned. "That drum is older than this village." Tunde swallowed. "It's just a drum," he whispered to himself. He carried it outside. The evening air was heavy. Even the goats were silent. He raised the stick. Boom! The sound rolled across the compound. The air shifted. The mango tree trembled, though there was no wind. Then he heard it. Whispers. Not one voice, not two, many, and they were coming closer. The shadows began to stretch toward him. Tunde dropped the stick. Something laughed behind him, and he was no longer alone. They came like smoke rising from the ground, thin shapes, tall shapes, bent shapes, some with glowing eyes, some without faces at all. "Who dares disturb our sleep?" a cracked voice asked. Tunde's knees shook. I was only playing," a woman's spirit hissed. "Playing with sacred rhythm?" An old man floated closer. His beard moved as if underwater. "Boy, do you know how long we have rested?" The compound filled with them. They walked through walls. They sat on rooftops. They argued loudly. "You woke me from a sweet dream. My bones are still tired. Who remembers my name?" Their voices overlapped, chattering angrily. The chickens screamed and ran. Tunde covered his ears. "Please, go back. I didn't mean to." The bearded spirit pointed at the drum. "You beat the calling rhythm." Tunde's heart pounded. "Then I'll beat the sending rhythm." The spirits grew quiet. The woman's eyes burned brighter. "Do you know it?" Tunde stared at the drum. He did not, and the spirits began to move toward the village center. The moon climbed high. The ancestors scattered through the empty village like restless wind. Doors banged open and shut. Pots fell from shelves. A grinding stone rolled by itself. One spirit sat in Mama Sadi's shop, counting invisible money. Another chased the goats in circles. Tunde ran after them. "Please, you're scaring everyone." A tall spirit stopped in front of him. "We are not here to scare. We are here because you called." "But I didn't mean to." The spirit's voice softened slightly. Intent does not erase action. From the distance came the sound of returning footsteps. The villagers were back from the wedding. Lantern lights flickered as they entered the compound. Then someone screamed. The ancestors were everywhere. Tunde grabbed the drum again. His hands trembled. He tried different rhythms. Gboom, gboom, tack, tack. Nothing. The spirits only grew louder. Grandpa stepped forward slowly, his face pale but steady. "Tunde, what have you done?" And the spirits turned toward them all at once. The ancestors surrounded the villagers, murmuring angrily. Grandpa looked at Tunde, not with anger, with disappointment. "Why did you touch what you did not understand?" Tunde's eyes filled with tears. "I was curious." Grandpa nodded slowly. "Curiosity is not wrong, but pride is." He stretched out his hand. "Give me the drum." The spirits fell silent. Grandpa lifted the stick gently. He closed his eyes. Then he began. Soft at first. Tack, tack, boom, tack. The rhythm was slow, respectful, apologetic. The air began to cool. The spirits stopped moving. Grandpa's voice joined the drum. "Ancestors, forgive the child. His hands were foolish, but his heart is small and still learning." The bearded spirit studied Tunde. The woman spirit nodded once. One by one, they began to fade. Before disappearing, the tall spirit looked at Tunde. "Learn before you lead. Listen before you touch." And they were gone. Silence returned to the village. Grandpa handed the drum back to its place on the wall. Tunde knelt down, shaking. Grandpa placed a hand on his shoulder. "Some things are not toys. They carry history. They carry power." Tunde nodded, tears drying on his cheeks. That night, he learned something fear had to teach him. Curiosity opens doors, but wisdom teaches you which ones should remain closed.